Bienvenue à l'Opinion. Welcome to The Opinion, a show for all of us to give our opinion on many subjects that are really interesting. Today we're speaking about Black girl and hair, a subject that I'm sure will interest you. I have a beautiful co-host today, Anaïs, who will accompany me through this show.
Bienvenue Gwen.
Merci.
Donc, je vous présente aujourd'hui nos collègues qui sont là avec nous. On va commencer avec Shay, Dada et Laura. Donc on va parler un peu des cheveux et on va commencer avec quelques questions. Peut-être vous pouvez vous présenter, nous dire un peu ce que vous en pensez de vos cheveux, ce que vous faites.
So how do you rock your hair and why?
Okay, I guess I'll start. My name is Laura, and I usually always wear my hair, like whether it be in a full head weave or I'll wear it relaxed. And if it's out, there's going to be some tracks or like a clip-on. I'll never just wear it in its natural state by itself. Never.
All right, so we'll ask you a couple of questions about what you just said in a few seconds. But before, you, Shay, how do you rock your hair?
Well, for my hair, since I'm all natural, and I basically just take shea butter. I put oil, like I take my shower, take shea butter, put it on, I put oil on it, and I just like cover it for like 30 minutes while I get dressed, and also that when I take it off, it's soft and it's easy to brush or comb, because African people and our hair is harder than, you know, the other kind of people. So it's like for my hair to stay soft and easy to like use during the day, I put shea butter and oil, and as I go on, I put a little water on it to keep it moisturized during the day.
So Shay loves her shea butter. I just had to say that. And how about you, Dada?
Moi, habituellement, j'ai toujours des weaves, mais quand j'ai pas de weave, c'est vraiment mes cheveux naturels, parce que mes cheveux naturels sont quand même assez longs, ils dépassent mes épaules, et j'en suis fière, mais c'est juste c'est trop d'entretien, alors je préfère mettre des weaves, personnellement. Ouais.
All right, so we heard the word natural in this conversation, and how do you define natural? What's natural for you?
Nappy. Natural for me is nappy, big curls all over the place.
Moi, je dirais que naturel, c'est vraiment sans défrisant. Parce que les filles qui disent, moi, j'ai cheveux naturels, mais non, t'as du défrisant. Alors non, c'est pas naturel. Naturel, c'est vraiment crépus. Like Shay.
Well, for me, natural goes two ways. It's either like you're wearing your hair natural, basically that you don't have any weave-in or you don't have any braids and it's just, you know, your hair. Or it can be like me, no perm in my hair, no like any chemicals or whatever. So yeah, that's natural.
Sans teinture également, parce que avec la teinture, ça gâche tout.
Moi j'aurais une question pour vous deux, à savoir quand vous voyez une fille avec les cheveux courts, comment vous la percevez? Est-ce qu'il y a une sorte de vous la regardez de hauteur parce qu'elle a les cheveux naturels, donc elle a une force en elle qui lui permet d'être avec ses cheveux naturels, ou c'est comment tu te sens quand tu la vois?
Personally, like when I see Shay's hair, I like it. It's nice. She's beautiful the way she is. I don't necessarily look at her and say, oh wow, she's an empowered Black woman. I just think that she's beautiful. Same way that I'll see a girl with a weave and I'll be like, oh my god, her hair is nice. I'll see Shay and I'll be like, oh my god, her hair is nice. There's nothing that really moves me about it. I have my own personal like opinions about hair for me, but when I see natural girls, I love their hair. Sometimes, like, you know, it can make me want to be like, maybe I should go natural, but it's not for me, so, but yeah.
Well, I guess for me, like I used to have my hair permed, and it got to a point where it was falling out. So it was really long, it was really full, but it would be like I would comb my hair and it would fall out. So I'm just like, I guess it's getting to that point where I should cut it all off and decide what I'm gonna do with it after that. So I cut it, and after a few months, I'm like, oh, I like it short. I'll keep it short, you know. And I see people with weaves, I love it. It's like some days I'm just like, I wish I could braid my hair like that, you know. But like I still love my natural hair, and I would love to keep it this way. So.
Et toi, Dada, comment est-ce que tu perçois parce qu'on a beaucoup vu un mouvement de femmes noires ou de jeunes filles noires qui décident de se raser les cheveux, de se couper les cheveux, à se poser la question de savoir si ce retour au dit naturel est une prise de conscience, une certaine conscientisation de sa noirceur, de sa négritude. Ou alors juste ce qu'on appellerait en anglais un fashion statement. Donc toi, comment est-ce que tu te sens quand tu vois une jeune femme noire ou une femme noire avec les cheveux courts, rasés ou afro? Parce que tu as parlé de nappy hair, de cheveux crépus qui pour toi représentent le naturel.
Moi personnellement, par exemple, quand je vois Shay, je la trouve vraiment très belle et je pense vraiment qu'elle est vraiment courageuse de rester comme ça parce que moi personnellement je sais que je pourrais pas. C'est trop d'entretien pour moi et je trouve que parce que c'est très beau de voir une femme avec les cheveux crépus et être toujours belle, comme vraiment très belle. Parce que moi, je la trouve très belle. Alors le fait de voir qu'elle est vraiment naturelle avec ses cheveux crépus et tout, je me dis waouh, ça c'est quelque chose que j'aurais pas le courage de faire forcément.
Okay, it's interesting. You use the word beautiful, saying that to see a beautiful woman like Shay with short hair and still be beautiful, you know, which is really interesting. That still be beautiful, and this comes to my next question, which is, do you feel less beautiful? And that goes for everyone. And in all honesty, I mean, like we're having a really honest discussion. Do you feel less beautiful with what you would consider for you natural hair, which you defined as nappy, or more beautiful with long hair, whether it's your own hair, because I've seen you with your own hair and you have pretty long, full hair too, or a weave?
Oh, wow.
I guess I'll answer first.
Okay,
I'm gonna answer honestly. I do feel less beautiful, like in my natural state. Like let's just say I have a weave on for like 2-3 months, and I take it out, and my hair, like it's just my natural hair. I'm gonna be like, And on top of that, I just want to add that my hair is also short. It's not very long, but I do feel like that feeling less beautiful also ties into like the ideas that society has, you know, the fact that, you know, black hair is not necessarily like idealized hair. We don't see black girls having natural hair. Like now we see it more often, but before, until this whole movement came on of the whole like, let's be empowered, let's have our natural hair, we didn't see that before in the movies. We always saw black girls like in movies or on commercials or whatever it be with natural hair, which is kind of like, you know, the hair that's desired to be soft, almost resembling like a white girl's hair. Mm-hmm. So I think it also ties back into society, but it's also like, you know, my own personal thing, but I do feel like less beautiful with my natural hair, I would have to say.
Je suis d'accord avec toi parce que moi personnellement c'est quelque chose qui me fait pas bien. Avoir les cheveux mais ils sont défrisés mes cheveux. Alors c'est forcément pas naturel, mais mes cheveux, si mes cheveux étaient comme Shay, je sais que ça allait pas me faire aussi bien parce que c'est quelque chose qui me fait pas bien. Premièrement les cheveux courts, crépus, j'ai déjà essayé avant quand j'étais jeune, non, ça n'a pas marché. Alors je sais que je me sens pas aussi belle avec les cheveux crépus qu'avec des weaves.
How about you, Shay?
For me, like, I mean, I have my days and I'm just like, oh, I want to get a weave done. I want to have the long hair, you know? Like, I'll say things and I'll be like, oh, flip my hair, you know, that kind of stuff. And then people be like, you have no hair, you know? But I mean, I love my natural hair. Like, I like the way I look. And from, like, doing what I do, which is, like, I model, like, it's way easier for me. Like, I go into hair and makeup and they brush my hair out and I'm all ready to go. And the makeup, and I look at myself like, oh, wow, I look pretty, you know? But, like, coming, like, from growing up, I've always felt like, oh no, I had to have my hair permed or I had to have my hair long to make me look really pretty. But now having my hair short, I realize that I don't have to have a weave to look pretty. Like I look good with my short hair, with my nappy hair, or however it's called. You know.
Can I add something? When I was talking about, you know, like looking good or looking less beautiful, that I was applying that just for me because I can see other girls and like there's some girls I feel like they look prettier in their natural state, but like my ideas that I have about, you know, feeling less beautiful is just like when I look at myself, like, oh my gosh, Laura, you need to have relaxed hair or something done to your hair.
Yeah.
Is it you're a model, right?
Yeah.
So is it the modeling industry that actually requests you to cut your hair?
I mean, like when I started modeling, which was like a year and a half ago, my agent had called me and she was like, I mean, my hair was this long when I started modeling, and she was like,
natural hair.
Yeah, my natural hair. It was that long, and she was like, your hair is full, it's long, you know, but it's not like something that we're able to market at this point. It's like you look more commercial than runway model or like editorial model. So I would love for you to cut your hair. And at that point, I was just like, oh, black girls have their hair cut. I don't want to look like every black girl, you know. But then when I would go out for castings and stuff, the people would be like, we think you would look really good with your hair short. So it got to a point where my hair actually started falling out, and I'm just like, I guess this is a good reason for me to cut it. And then I cut it, and I'm like, yeah, but I like it, and I want to keep it short. It's going to be a year soon, and I still cut it. It's like every 3 weeks I cut my hair. I like it.
So do you define yourself by your hair? You know how this conversation makes me think of one of India's Irie song, I am not my hair, I am not the skin. And I find it very interesting that we're bringing society and the ideal of beauty, but I also wondered, when there was this whole wave of black girls going natural, I felt a little bit awkward as well, because when I started modeling, it was the opposite. They had told me to wear long hair, that it was pretty on me and whatnot, and I liked it. I mean, it was fun. My hair is really, really thin, really long, but really thin, and like Dada said, I feel like sometimes it's just easier to just have a weave on, because it's not really your hair, so if you break it, it's not your problem, and it takes less time to get your hair done. However, I feel like sometimes we leave out other black women by defining black hair as just nappy, because we know that black comes in different shapes and sizes and like hair texture. And I'm thinking, for example, in my family, where I have a little sister that has hair that is super soft and curly, and a lot of people think that she's Somalian, but she's not, And then all that East Africa, they're black as well, they're African, but they don't have what we call and what we define as nappy hair. So although, for me, for example, nappy is a part of black, it is not the only way to define black hair or black women per se. I don't know, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, I have friends, especially living in Ottawa. It's so diverse here. You see different, people from East Africa, from West, everything. And, growing up, the idea of black hair to me has always been nappy. And then I come out and I come, to Ottawa, come to Canada, and I see, different people from different parts of Africa. And I'm just are you sure you're African? And yeah, I'm African, full African. I'm just oh, okay. So there are people that actually have really nice texture of hair, and they're still African. So, I mean, nappy doesn't define black. I know there's some black people that have nappy hair, example me, I have nappy hair, but there's also that other half of people that have really, really nice hair. They're still black, they're still African, but I don't think your hair should define who you are, really.
So what is your advice for all these young and older black women that are watching right now? What would be an advice? I mean, we talked about society and this idea of beauty that is defined as sometimes long hair, curls, and softness and whatnot. What would be an advice as a final note that you would give to sisters, cousins, friends out there?
Moi, je dirais que ça serait juste ce que tu as sur ta tête. Si tu es confortable avec ce que tu as, tant mieux. N'essaie pas de faire comme les autres. Mais maintenant, si tu te trouves plus confortable avec des weaves, garde tes weaves. N'essaie pas d'être quelqu'un d'autre. Juste sois toi-même.
Well, for me, I say whatever you think, whatever you love, do. If you enjoy doing weaves, go ahead and do it. You're still beautiful. If you like your hair short like I do, keep it short. You're still pretty. If you want your hair how she has her hair, she looks very beautiful. So it's however you love to see yourself, just go with it.
Great.
I definitely agree. I would say do whatever makes you feel beautiful. Whatever you feel this is my comfort zone. This is me. Then do it. If that's weave, if that's natural hair, do whatever you gotta do to make yourself look good.
All right. Well, we really want to thank the ladies today. Un gros merci d'avoir participé à l'émission. C'était vraiment génial de vous avoir parmi nous. Thank you so much for your honesty, for your advice. We hope to see you again on this show. And as you know, you will not leave here empty. We have the beautiful Letitia who has some gifts for you that you can,
So nice.
some funkiness.